Welcome back. On today's Dungeon Design Drive-By, we take a look at Act 2 of a one-shot I like to call Journey to the Infernal Plane. I'm Mark William, and you're watching By DND. The doorway to the Infernal Plane opens up, and a blue wormhole sucks you in at violent speeds. After what feels like mere seconds, you are spat out of the portal into a dark courtyard of ancient stone. After you collect yourselves, you see two cold stone statues of a giant-sized knight and a large direwolf locked frozen in combat. Etched beneath them you read in common, Sir Huxton the Gallant's last stand, versus Dross the Wicked. Before you, you see four stone pillars, each with a single colored stepping stone. In front of the statue is a gentle pool of water with a wooden signpost sticking out. It has strange red symbols on it that glow. Finally, a soft hum surrounds you, like a song or whisperings. It sounds coherent, but it eerily sways in and out, and you can't quite understand it. If you recall, the players just solved the stepping stone puzzle trap from last week's session.
They were visited by a strange blue orb of energy, who I named the Herald,
who serves an emperor who lives in the Infernal Plane. So after the players collect their iron stones from solving the puzzle, they're able to traverse the blue wormhole. And they land. Not in the Infernal Plane though. So that's a little bit of the twist. So as my setup described, some of the key features that the player should know about are the four pillars with the four colored stepping stones in front of them. The pillars will be unlit, but hopefully they remember from the last board that stepping on the stones lights the pillars. There's a statue of an epic battle going on between Sir Huxton the Gallant and Dross the Wicked. And right now that won't mean much to the players, but it's something that will carry over once they cross through the next doorway. So the twist is a little bit, they find the next doorway, and they see these four pillars. There's a statue of combat, these two warriors locked in combat, or a warrior and a monster locked in combat, and then this pool of water and a signpost coming out,
which has Infernal written on it in red, similar to the doorway to the Infernal Plane.
And again, in case the players don't know how to read Infernal, I have another language going swirling through the air as another lead for players to make a perception check, a wisdom saving throw to maybe detect what it says. Again, in case the players can't read Infernal and they don't bring Red Fang the Dragon through the portal. The players will make that wisdom check and learn that it's another type of riddle. The signpost and the message on the wind is the same. It's see yourself and then show your true colors. The idea being the players will approach the still pool and look in. Each player will see a color. I roll a d4 for either green, yellow, orange, or red. They'll see an aura appear around them when they stare into the pool. So it's really simple, and it's supposed to just build some camaraderie with the team, have a little bit of fun, and these colors are actually going to carry with the players throughout the rest of the campaign. I use colors a lot to help me coordinate what's happening to which character. So as each character sees their color, they step on the appropriate stepping stone, and they light the fires, which, similar to the first board, they unlock the next portal to, hopefully, the Infernal Plane. If the players don't solve the riddle or step on a stepping stone, this is another opportunity for you to come up with a consequence for them. So a couple examples, the vortex could just suck them in like they did on the first board into a separate sideboard where they are attacked by undead husks in a hellish type of chamber, or alternatively, roll a d4 or a d6, and they can actually just spawn out of the portal. That's why I like using these portals, and it really helps come up with ways to challenge the players on the fly. So, the players solve the puzzle. That's going to lead to a combat encounter. The statue of these two warriors is going to come to life. When the players solve the puzzle, they light each pillar. They've now been assigned a certain color that they're going to carry with them through the rest of the campaign. Again, through the portal, this blue orb, it's yellow. I'm using a Will-o'-the-Wisp model to represent this blue spark, no bigger than a baseball or maybe a basketball if you want to make it a little bit bigger, who I call the Herald, flies out and basically taunts the players once again. And he's going to say something along the lines like, look what happens to people who journey through to the Infernal Plane. And as he's saying that, the stone casing around Dross the Wicked and Sir Huxton the Gallant start shedding off of them. And they become reanimated. Sir Huxton, depending on the difficulty you want to give this board, could be a knight, a half-giant, giant, make up stats, whatever you think would befit a mighty hero. And Dross the Wicked, a direwolf, or again, you can adjust the stats depending on the difficulty you want to give your players. But basically at this point, the Herald laughs maniacally, goes through the portal once again, thinking that these two reanimated enemies will finish the job on the players. So this will just be a combat encounter. Players will roll initiative, and will have to take on these mighty foes. So the idea is that it is difficult. Players could perhaps decide to just run right through the portal and bypass them somehow. But in that case, I might reintroduce this board and have them again not quite get through to where they think they're going, if you don't want them to just run by. So always remember that. Or hopefully they will engage, or you'll position them in a way that will block the characters from just running through the gate. Another cool feature just in this combat to make it a little bit spicier, I have like a sick armor set on Sir Huxton the Gallant. I tried to pick magic items that were cursed. I can't remember exactly which ones I put on, but I gave him a full armor set that the players could grab off of him, of course, cursed. And so there's a little bit of a risk reward there with that item, but very powerful. My motto is to just keep giving the players cool stuff as quickly as possible. Why not? And the second thing is, halfway through the battle, if Dross the Wicked, he's a one-eyed wolf, one-eyed dire wolf, and if he gets down to about half health, I would have him sort of explode and separate magically into two separate wolves. One has one left eye, the other has one right eye. I played this with a group, and the players collected his eyes from the two dogs, and it was kind of, I didn't expect them to care about that, but they did grab the eye, which could come into effect later on in the campaign. That's basically this board. It ends in this combat encounter, and that will lead the players finally getting to the Infernal Plane, which I might do that video later, or we might switch gears on our channel and do some different videos. Okay, everybody, that was Act 2 of Journey to the Infernal Plane. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can find some ideas that you can add to your game, or actually just recreate this board. It's a very simple one with a few items, but I believe there's a lot of crazy choices, and it was a fun time when I played it with my group. So if you like this content, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time for the next Dungeon Design Drive-By. So remember, all D&D, all day long, all night till dawn.